Hello there Diablo 3 players. As you all know now, the 107 patch has been released along with all the new crafting designs and the new crafting material. So today I'll be showing you viewers my preferred way in which to efficiently gain all the required materials needed for crafting these new items. Although, I'll just note that just before the release of the patch 107, they reduced the drop rate of the demonic essence even further from what it had been reduced during the PTR, which some of you might not have noticed. I didn't until a couple of days into the patch, but which has affected all the drop rates by a considerable amount, and overall potentially making this method I'm about to show you the most efficient way of acquiring the demonic essences, as I favour this method greatly over the Vault of an Assassin. As you can see, the high monster power difficulties such as 9 and 10 have been greatly reduced again. This may be to encourage more and more farming for the materials, which is what Blizzard wanted overall from this patch, and they've especially made that clear by making the new craftable items account bound, which is particularly annoying, but it's a continuation from the previous update 105 with the hellfiring. So it's clear to see that Blizzard are trying to change the way we play Diablo currently, from people just playing the auction house to actually playing the game and actually farming the game. But I digress. Back to the drop percentages. As you can see on MP0, the drop rate is 15%, a slight decrease from what they changed it to halfway through the PTR, but nonetheless still a good percentage for the level of difficulty that actually comes with Monster Power 0. If you want to double these drop rates, you'd have to go into MP7, and I'm pretty sure for the majority of the players they can kill more than twice as many elite packs in MP0 in the same time as they can in MP7. And with builds such as the one I'm using, you can quickly run from pack to pack with great ease. So that's pretty much my reason for going for Monster Power 0. But if you'd prefer better drops in general, you can complete the other lower monster difficulties in the same time as MP0, then yeah, it'd be sensible to go higher. So this is just my personal preference. So now, as usual, I'll quickly go through my gear, stats and skills. If you want a more in-depth description of my build, you can check my other speedrun video and that'll explain in greater detail. But for now, I'll just quickly run through what I'm wearing and my build and everything. So I'll just quickly go through my gear. Actually, my other video was a dual wield speedrunning build. Now I've changed that to the Scorn because I recently got some decent items, sold them, so I got a bit of money to actually splash out on an alright Scorn. It's alright, it's got decent stuff. It is missing the lifesteal, but lifesteal is not really that important for Monster Power 0. So yeah, I get by with that. And the rest of the stuff I'll just quickly show you, just if you're interested. Most of it's just obvious choices. And yeah, you definitely need a Hellfire ring. Well, not definitely, but it does increase the bonus experience by 35%, which is very useful if you're not already level 100. That's probably the only time you wouldn't be wearing one. Even level 100s will still actually be using the Hellfire ring because the amazing stats it can actually rob. But onto the Stone of Jordan. This is quite a key piece of gear for this build, because the spirit regeneration, which is very important. I'll explain later why you need the spirit regeneration to be quite high. Also, the damage increase against elites, and the adds 5 cold damage is pretty good doing this doing the tempest rush, because it slows down enemies once you've hit them. So try and acquire something like that. Braces, mainly because I did recently have the Lacuni braces, but the only reason why I've changed from that is because I've already got pretty much max movement speed anyway with the inners and the boots. But with the Tempest Rush build, the Tempest Rush skill actually, it says down here, it costs 15 spirit plus an additional 10 spirit while channeling, but that's not exactly true, which I didn't realise for a while. It says, yeah, the additional 10 spirit while channeling, well, it's actually your attack speed per second. So if you've got a really high attack speed per second, you'll need, it'll be churning out a lot more spirit per second. Say if you had 2 attack speed per second, it'd require 20 spirit per second to channel it, whereas this, with my build, I only need 13.6 or higher spirit regeneration. So yeah, they're my new gloves. I actually found them recently. I actually haven't crafted them, which a lot of people thought I had. So the majority of the stuff's just obvious for a monk. Been tempted to go for a 4 in a set so I can actually get the bonus, which is very useful for sweeping wind, because you need the sweeping wind in this build. But yeah, the rest is obvious. If you're getting the Inner's Radiance, I recommend getting some good spirit regeneration on that as well. Another thing that I haven't actually got is the Zephirian Amulet or something like that, sorry for not pronouncing it right. That can add quite a bit to your spirit regeneration as well, and can add like 2.5 max maybe. So yeah, currently it says my spirit regeneration per second is 6, which is, that's not without any of the extra buffs and stuff, which I'll show you. Well, I did the mantra first. Yeah, the mantra just boosted it over what I actually needed alone. I needed 13.6 per second, and that's 13.49 plus, slightly lower. So it'll pretty much stay at a constant while I'm channeling it. So that's why I've chosen to go with one of my skills, the Sweeping Wind Inner Storm. So while you've got 3 stacks of the vortexes, you gain 3 spirit per second. So while I'm doing that, my spirit actually goes up. So if I do, don't run into an enemy for a while, I'll be able to use the the Sweeping Wind again, because it regenerates more than I actually need to use. But on to the skills. There's quite a few different skill setups, but I prefer this one overall. I'll show you the other one in a second, but the one I prefer is Fist of Thunder, Thunderclap, just for the sheer speed, and you can bounce off by enemies quicker. You get yourself out of sticky situations if you've been jailed by enemies. Tempest Rush, Tailwind, that's obvious, it's mandatory for this. Blinding Flash, Faith in the Light, that's just for the extra damage and to help with killing packs quicker. Breath of Heaven, Blazing Wrath, that's same. Sticky situations, when your health's running low, you can use that, and the 15% damage buff. Sweeping Wind I've already mentioned, and the Mantra of Healing. If you've actually got more than enough spirit regeneration, you can choose Mantra of Conviction with Submission or Overall, whichever you prefer. But I prefer to have quite a lot of spirit regeneration, mainly because I haven't got a 4-set in a bonus. So yeah, choose that. And then these kind of mandatory, the Chant of Resonance and the Guardian's Path. You pretty much have to have them, unless you're not using dual wield. Well, if you are using dual wield, you shouldn't really use the Guardian's Path. You should probably choose Exalted Soul or something else. I've chosen one with everything because currently my resistances aren't brilliant, and I will die every now and then, even on Monster Power 0 if I'm not paying attention. But if you do have high res overall for everything, I recommend going to fleet forward because it makes the runs even quicker. So yeah, that's all the skills and my gear and the build and everything. Now I'll go through a couple of runs and show you what I do. So first of all, you get Stone Fort, and then you go to here, these Skycrown battlements. You will usually get quite a lot of packs in here. Roughly, I usually get at least 4 per run packs in this area alone. Majority of the time, I do get 5 or more. Sometimes you can even get like 6 or 7. You also get goblins spawning here as well, and it's also a very linear run, so you're not wasting time backtracking on yourself, unless you die, of course, or something like that. There's usually quite a lot of monsters around here as well, so you can get a lot of XP from just rushing through, and high massacre bonuses as well. So yeah, you just follow the path all the way down like this. Here's the second pack. As you can see, it's quickly just going through the monsters. Usually it will be a lot quicker though, but I'm just kind of showing you how you can do it. And I lag a bit when I'm actually recording, which is a bit of a pain. But yeah, remember to keep the sweeping wind up, whether that's by refreshing the skill or quickly getting to the next pack. So you usually get the main packs are usually on in the middle of the strip. You don't really need to go around the edges where the beacons are to light. Sometimes there's one up here. You can go up the stairs every now and then to check on a couple if you're running low on packs and you haven't got at least 4 packs by the end of this area. But I've already got 4 now, so it's fine. There's occasionally a pack down here as well. You can check while you're up there though. And you come to the end here, and possibly a pack up there as well. But so I've got 4 stacks, which is what you should usually get at least a minimum. But you do often get 5 or more, and potentially a goblin as well. They spawn quite often, but I've been rather unlucky on this run. And then you go to the keep depths level 3, and I always go down this place. There's often packs down here. One time I've even seen 3 packs down this single strip, which is rather rare. And I've been really unlucky now. There's not been a goblin or anything, and there's not been a stack down that little strip as well. I usually only check down there and then go back to go. But yeah, I'm pretty unlucky today on this particular run. Not usually as bad, where you have to go so far back. So now I've got the 5 stacks, I'll just teleport back. It's quicker than running, even using tempest rush, sorry. So yeah, you go back to the keep depths, go into the ladder, and kill go. Which is a very easy task. Doesn't take long on MP0. And voila, there we go. Oh, I actually got a decent plan. The Spalders are actually a good one. If you've already trained your blacksmith and all the things, the Spalders and things do sell for quite a bit more than the others. Especially more than, say, the vitality ones and stuff, and generally the Spalders and the amulets will sell for them the most, generally speaking. So yeah, that run I didn't actually get any demonic essences. Well, that was because I only got 5 stacks. You usually get about around 7 per run. But I did get a plan, which is pretty good, which I'll sell because I already taught my guy with it. I'll just quickly show you in my stash how many I've actually got recently of the demonic essences. So I've actually done a lot of these runs to make sure I know which is probably the most efficient way of actually getting the demonic essences. Again, it's a good way to get XP as well, and yeah, getting the plans as well, because you kill game and the mini bosses have a higher percent chance of dropping the plans than anything else. So yeah, that's it for now. I'll show you. I do a few more runs where I actually get demonic essence drops, and I've actually been quite lucky to get legendary drops and stuff as well from doing this run, even though it's on MP0. I did 25 runs to test this out. I did it on MP0 and Monster Power 3 as well. I slightly altered my skills so I didn't die all the time on MP3. I went to dual wielding again because I've got good life on hit and lifesteal with my weapons. And yeah, I found out, you'll see with the stats and things that for the 25 runs I did, Monster Power difficulty 0 was the most efficient way. So yeah, that's me talking for now, and I'll just do a few more runs, probably play some music over it so I don't get bored. Okay, and if you want to leave any comments any questions in the comment section below, feel free. Or if you want to add me in game, or got any questions on how you can, adapt this build to your own personal stats, because if you haven't got the, as good gear, or if you've got far better gear, you might want to be able to mix up the skills and stuff to make it even more efficient for yourself. Just feel free to add me in game or ask down below and I'll give you a hand. Okay, and thank you very much. I'll see you later.